be back again with Genshin. I forgot about that. But it should be fixed now. I hope people are still here. That was a little bit silly. I love the startup screen of Genshin so much. It's so calming, so pretty. It looks so nice. I hope one day in Genshin lore or whatever, or just Genshin story, I hope we'll be able to actually explore the startup screen, Celestia. I will be able to go there. That would be pretty great. Loading game. Loading game. The door. Stream Elements is like, man, she's live again.
Today's the final day of Felxie's fantastic adventures. Let's go find Fremine at his camp.
Oh yeah, I forgot that this event was also going on. I'll finish this on my own time though. Are there more events going on? Well, except this one. Look, I mostly have... Ooh. I have a tiny bit left to do from this. I think mostly... Oh, I did all these. I did all these. I just need to do the attacking one, and then I'm done with that one as well. I don't know what this is. This is just a new abyss. Oh, there's a new new banners for the wishing. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go spend my wishes on this banner, or my primo gems. For one, I don't have enough, and secondly, I don't want either of these guys, so... We'll do their test runs though, but... I never really pull for guys in Genshin, except literally last time when I won the Kaiju.
Nowhere to run! Surrender!
I don't like playing with polyarm characters at all.
Your sins weigh upon your soul!
I do really like his ult though, his ult is cool.
You stand condemned! Guilty! You stand condemned! Judgment is upon you! Guilty! A tough crowd. You stand condemned! Guilty!
Fight this on for size.
Futile! Your sins weigh upon your soul! In death,
Killed Sino.
a new cycle begins.
Bond is strong. Go! No, my sword!
Oh no, wait, no, I don't want to continue the challenge. Man, I beat that challenge. I don't have to do it twice. And now Ayato. And Ayato is crazy strong. I do know that. I feel like Ayato is definitely the stronger choice on this banner. I feel like it would be most logical if people are going to pull for him instead of Sino, but...
Oh, cascade! Adepts back! Cascade! Kamisato up! Suiyu! I may have over...
Let's go. That was not too hard, was it? Okay, now that that is done, I think it's time to... Oh god, what is this? Oh, free Primo Gems. I will never say no to that. Why are we getting free Primo Gems? PlayStation Partner Awards. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Wait, how many do I have now? Only 7. I don't know who's a character that's gonna come next that I actually would want, but I guess I'll just save up until there's someone that I really want, and then we can actually pull for them. Anyways, let's continue with the Archon quest. Last time we helped Linny and Lynette win a court case against Furina. And who was the bad guy again? I think the guy who died. I think it was something like that. So let's see what they're cooking.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
Paimon's laugh is so good.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
Yeah, where are your buddies? Navia, why didn't you bring your 2 friends?
Then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only 1 dish per table.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
It's certainly worth celebrating.
True. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
I mean, it is kind of a good way to get rid of the evidence, is it not?
Paimon would never ever believe
Usually you have to bury a body or something or burn it, but they're just literally kind of snapping people out of this world, by turning them into water.
Investigation could never really
That's
move
pretty
forward
crazy.
before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking.
Yeah,
We're so
true. They
close to
kind
hearing
of
who was behind
blocked
it.
us from knowing the truth.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists.
Okay, so
Those highfalutin folk are
Navia's
not
kind of
all-knowing.
gig is just
That's why we exist.
being a
To
detective.
seep into the cracks where filth
Didn't I
falls
fall?
through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell
Farewell
meal.
meal?
So I doubt
Are we
you
never
have
gonna
further
see?
interest in
Are we
this
never gonna
business,
see
right?
each other again, Navia?
Let's talk about something else.
Damn.
Like, what are your future plans?
We wanted to ask the Hydro Archon for some
That's
information.
true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial
Yeah,
ended.
Farina kind of ran. Farina was kind of
Didn't really
mad.
seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
What the hell?
Yeah. We've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
This is like the first
Well,
time that a
you
Archon is
consider
like
some
actually really
more,
popular with the people that live in
unique
their region,
Ways?
isn't it?
Perhaps even methods of
Because the Ready
let's
Shogun
say
wasn't very liked,
questionable legality?
and Zhongli was kind of invisible, and same with Fenty. I guess Fenty was liked, but he's never really there for his people.
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand
That's
answers.
creepy as hell.
Don't let her
I
go
think
back
we
to
would
sleep
be,
until she answers
We
all
would be
your
going
questions.
to prison if we would
I
do
can
that.
personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
Oh, silly Navia.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part.
I
was just
overlooked
thinking
that
about
part.
leveraging a person's desire for
too.
sleep.
How can you overlook something like that?
All right, no more joking around. Huh. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
I don't know. It seems like she would just ignore us. Would someone with her personality really feel shame?
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Fonta.
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Damn, Paimon just stole the Fonta.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
He's
Is
kinda
that
icky.
so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia. Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
She could try walking, you know.
Nah, that would be so... normal.
Paimon wants to
You
be
know, like
different.
you.
Okay.
It's like
As
Paimon
for
actually
expenses
like
this month, we're
able, like,
left
can she actually
with-
walk if she would want to? Or is she on, or can she only float?
Navia,
Because
what
I
are you
don't think
doing
we've
over
ever
there?
seen Paimon walking or
Nothing,
sitting down. Like she
nothing.
also
It was
floats
just
on
a meal,
chairs.
you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
Bye, Navia.
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority.
Sneezies.
In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll
Thank
see you
you,
again,
Navia.
partner.
Yes, see you again. Bye bye. As live rain falls without reason. Stardeed. That is an interesting title. Where do we have to go? Oh, that is a long walk. I don't think I'm gonna be walking. Kill the birds.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Oh, the fountain is talking to me
Looks
again.
like we're back here again.
Being delusional again,
Traveler?
talking to the fountain.
Are you hearing voices again?
Yes, I'm hearing voices, Paimon. They're inside my head.
That's kind of spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache. Vache.
Who is Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be... Huh? Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Paimon can kind of hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right?
Who is Vache?
Hey, Traveler?
Oh
Stop
god, what
walking.
am I gonna do?
Come on,
Oh
wake
god,
up.
don't drown, Ripper. Oh gosh. Oh, it's the Oceanid. Is it the boss one or is it a different one?
Vache. Are you my dear Vache?
I doubt
You
that
seem
I'm
to be
Vache.
someone Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
No, ma'am.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know.
Huh.
My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost,
This
therefore.
is tied into the summer event, right? The summer event, the last one with Klee and Kaya, where there were people that were little water droplet kind of things as well. So people are turning into oceanids, or like the water people thingies. Oh, Alexa Wilson, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. But people are turning into oceanids. Is that what's happening? Okay.
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light
This
blue
is
water.
the same thing that's
all group
happening. Is this the same as the case? The mystery where they are turning women into water? Is that water turning into oceanids or... Interesting. Could you be one of the girls who were dissolved?
I also remember
I
going
mean,
to
I
many
mean, the
places.
easiest way
I
to
love
find out if
adventure.
it's only
Loved
if
exploring
if this
places
is the
of
same
peril.
case is if all these oceanids
No matter
are
where I
women.
went, Vache
I
would
guess.
go with me.
Who
I
is
knew how
Vache?
dearly he loved
Who
me.
is Vache?
And I also loved him equally
She keeps
as
talking
much.
about some Vache. Who is Vache?
We can no longer.
Hello,
go back.
Kuro. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good
The
day.
pain of such parting.
We're doing, I think,
never knew
what
how
is this,
heavy
4.1 or 4.2 Archon quest? But yeah, just continuing from the last one that we did. You need me to find him.
No.
I don't know who
Our
Fache
reunion
is, so
no
I have no
longer
clue
has
how to
any
find him.
meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache,
I do not know who
Tell him
Fache
not to
is, so
look for
I
me.
don't know when I
tell
meet
him to
him.
move on. That is the only
Tell him to
thing
move
I
on.
still remember.
Damn. This shit is sad. I believe it will be hard for him to forget you.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface.
Okay, I doubt
eyes were
that
filled with
this is the
such
same
sorrow,
thing as the
such
missing
longing.
girls. I think
If only
this
I
is
could have
just
comforted him.
a different.
that
I think
I
this
did
is a
not
different
suffer.
thing than the missing girls or the
Indeed.
women that are being dissolved
I
into
had
water.
felt a great warmth.
Fache wasn't witness to the fact that you
Is
dissolved.
that what you call it? Dissolve.
That quest is a good one. Fontaine Archon
anything,
quests are generally really
I
interesting.
consider
Yeah,
it
I've
a
heard.
form of
Sky has
release.
been kind of pressuring me to play
was a
through them
state of
fast.
neither fear nor
Because
frenzy, with only an
Sky really wants to
endless
talk to me
peace,
about it because apparently it
water
gets pretty
still
crazy,
surface.
the last few ones. So
I could
yeah,
also
that's why I'm
liken it to
playing
being
Genshin
a
today,
thirsty
because
person
I
who
want to make some
drinks water
progress on
for
it.
the first time,
Especially
and only
because
then sees
these
how they
quests
have
are,
lived for so
I
long
think,
in a
pretty
world of
long in
endless
time.
want and anxiety.
I could have also likened it to be a thirsty. Okay. Some measure of the consciousness still remains.
I think I hear your companion. It's time
Yeah,
for you to go, I think.
Paimon could hear you as well, though. Why is Paimon not here?
Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell
This
him
person.
not to seek me out any longer.
Fache. Goodbye. Goodbye, Oceanid. Oh, Paimon is shaking me. Oh god, what the fuck is happening? Huh? Bro, what has happened? Did we just sleep for 100 years and now there's a war in Fontaine? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Jesus. Oh my god, this is fucking epic, bro. What?
Demoiselle, look out!
Demoiselle. Yo, the guys, the little buddies. What is this?
God.
This is
It's
a
a whole
mean
army
fight.
of Gardamex.
It's 3 against so many. Is she leading them?
Chlorand?
Chlorinde evil? Question mark. Oh wait, huh? Okay, not evil maybe.
Quick, now's our chance!
Bro, Chlorinde is such a cool character. What the fuck? She has a fucking gun! Bro, she is literally shooting people. Okay, so they are working together because they were both getting rid of robots. Okay, so Chlorine's not evil? Question mark. Oh, ma'am, I think you need a bigger size blouse. The buttons were having a hard time on your
I
blouse.
should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand.
she needs to size up on her
Before I do
clothing.
so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you.
Yo, Chlorinde
It
better
seemed to me
become
that
playable.
dangers
I
followed you
would
more closely
pull
as
the
a
heck
knight.
out of her. I would
believe
spend
that
so much
following
primo
someone without
gems
their
on her.
knowledge
She's
is
pretty.
actually called stalking, is it not?
Oh,
Mr.
stalking.
Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. he would do the same. Were he alive today.
Okay.
Do not speak of my father.
Oh god. Navi had daddy
Sorry,
issues.
Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Oh,
Thank you for your
Silver.
aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry,
Okay,
not
Navia has
consider
issues
your
with her
feelings.
father. And
Whatever.
Clorind works
What
for her
else do you
father.
know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
Clorind is Navia
doubt
real.
I
Yeah,
know
they
much more than you.
have the like
but I believe that the
Yamiko
mastermind behind the serial
Raiden Shogun
disappearances
vibes.
is very powerful.
They
Your
should
performance
kiss
tonight
already,
will almost
man.
certainly
What is
attract their
going on?
attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison Gardiennage could control them.
What the fuck?
None of these
Maison
mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to
Gardiennage?
check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can
okay.
only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party
God,
must have obtained
illegal
them via
robots.
illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Okay, goodbye, Clorind. You're really cool. I really
Right.
like you.
I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe
Best
that
news is that
Miss
you're not
Clorand
getting
was
stalked
being
by Clorind.
sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
Man, Navia's
I
just
know,
playing hard
I
to get.
She's...
What just happened?
Goodness! Paimon thought we were done for!
Yeah, for real, Paimon.
Those Gardamex came
I
out of
woke
nowhere
up in a
while you were
war.
unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there
Wait,
was that champion duelist named
so
Clorand who came out to
the
save us
Gardamex
too.
did not come
We
for
got lucky
Navia,
there.
but for
Paimon
me?
probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Thanks for the rescue.
Come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a
I hope so,
victory
too.
feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
Silver
If it were
and
me, I would have
Melus are
joined the
great
Spina di
guys.
Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two.
You're
That's
so
enough.
sweet.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Yeah, what
Well,
are you
to be
stalking
honest,
us?
You're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Eh?
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by
Oh,
mistake.
the Fonta?
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
It did taste disgusting.
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
Did we get
So
poisoned?
the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Oh, I
So
see.
if you hadn't drunk that cup for me,
Avia would
Spina
have
di
fucking died,
Rosula
bro.
is preparing the grandest of
How?
awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Boss Navia.
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
Yeah, Paimon.
You
We're
did
in
foil a
trouble.
plan that they were probably pretty proud of. and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Yes,
Well, it
man, I
can't
saw
be
fucking
coincidence that the
ghosts as
traveler
well as saw
fainted
fucking
just now.
Oceanid.
She said that she
I was
heard
being
that
delusional.
voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
I guess it has to.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
So if we drink a bunch of primordial seawater, we can do some crazy shit with the hydro
New
element.
intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
Vache.
That is important.
Tell everyone about what happened while you were connected to Oceanid.
Vache.
That was
That
too
name
quick.
doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened?
Or he is the person that tried to dissolve her. That could also be the case why he's not going to court and telling his story.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Oh yeah, girl.
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people
Detective
targeting us
refill the
get
case
off the hook so
always.
easily,
Man,
are you,
I feel
Traveler?
like this entire Fontaine is just like how is it called? Fucking oh god, I forgot the name of that the game where they say objection, the meme. Fuck. How is that called again? I literally forgot the name, but I used to play that. I have played that game on stream as well, and that was the hardest fucking shit. But I did have, like, I remember I put a detective hat on my VTuber when doing that. So yeah, this is major flashbacks. Oh yeah, Ace Attorney. Yes. Danganronpa. I've never played Danganronpa, but I did watch the anime of the first Danganronpa game.
Demoiselle,
But
do
I
try
do want
not
to
to
play
look quite so
the other
pleased.
Danganronpa
You are the
games
face of
actually.
Spina di
Danganronpa is really
Rosula,
interesting.
after all.
You talk too much.
But I
Well,
feel
in
like
that case,
Danganronpa
let's
is
head
not
back to
fun
one of
to
our
a lot of
bases, shall
people
we? I'll arrange
because
accommodations
it's all
for
new
you.
to me, but a lot of people do already
also
know the
have some plans to
Danganronpa
go
game,
over,
so
and hopefully
I'm
we can
scared of
deepen our bond as
backseating if I play
partners.
it.
But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Thank you, Silver. Ooh, achievement. An achievement that I have no clue how to pronounce. 800 meters. Okay, back to the Court of Fontaine. Oh.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been
Just
keeping
chlorine
watch,
followers
Demoiselle.
again,
I haven't
maybe.
spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
Yeah,
I
if we
shall
get our
find
guard down,
rooms for our
maybe
respected
Chlorine
guests.
wants to drink tea with us or something.
Thank you,
That would be
Malus.
so scary, so
Now,
terrifying.
Let's continue, Traveler.
I got the first game, but since I watched the anime, I already know all the killers, the methods used, and that's kind of a bummer. At this point, I'm just hoping I'll forget the anime. Yeah, I see. If I would play any of the Danganronpa games, I would probably not even play the first one due to already watching the anime. Wait, is this going the right way? Okay, it is. Wait, what is this? I've never been at this place before. Are we literally going to the sewers? Oh wait, maybe I have to check for chests. Okay, no chest. I do know, because I saw a little video on it, There's apparently a lot of the expensive chests in Fontaine hidden just around buildings and stuff. But I don't think I found any of them yet, so there's still a lot of free Primo gems for me to get in Fontaine. A lot of Fremo gems. Okay, so we're going to the base of Spina de is it De or D? Di Rosula? Navia's club, basically. And they're having their club in the sewers? It's kind of yucky, I would say. Ooh, they have a little dog over here. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, so people are living inside the sewers? Gosh darn. You know, the houses above are way prettier than this. Maybe you should live there instead of in the sewers. I wish they would give us the Hydro Treasure Compass earlier. Getting to reputation level 10 takes a while.
It's not quite what
Oh, do you mean
imagined.
from
Your
the statues of
accommodations
the
have
seven?
been arranged. Under
Like
the
getting all
present
the Hydroculus?
circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Because, I mean, I don't know, a lot of people use the maps online to find them, but I do understand if you're a person that likes to explore yourself and try to find them yourself, but I do know that all of them are already located on the interactive map. Thank you.
Well, our funds have been a little
I do think,
tight
like,
lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering.
Fountain in
fact,
Fontaine.
our funds often come
They
from
take so
citizenry
many
who support
sigils
us.
for one level, it's
Seems like it's
insane, I
tough
feel
times for
like.
everyone.
It's so many.
But if you have the support of the
I
people,
already thought that
does sound like it's
45
worth it.
was a lot in Sumeru.
To be honest,
But
our
now it's
financial
like, what is
situation
it,
was a
40?
lot better back when
It's
my
so
father
hard
was in
to
charge a few
even get
years
one
ago.
level.
I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father.
No,
He
just the
was the
reputation you get
previous
from
boss
doing
of
requests
Spina
and
di
Oh, you
Rosula,
mean
right?
the... Oh, I see what you mean.
did
Where you can
he-
also get the, like, the
Mademoiselle,
glider.
if you'll
The
allow me
region
to
glider.
explain.
No, I'll explain it myself.
I never really did
suppose
those,
I
though.
couldn't run
I
from
do
this
think
topic
my
forever.
reputation is quite
And
high in
as
Inazuma.
partners, this is something I
But
hope they can
all
understand.
the other ones are kind of
My
trash.
father's name is Callus.
Oh,
Yes,
and I
the
did
same one they
grind a
call
tiny bit
Callus
for
the
reputation in
Unfaithful
Leeway
in
because
the
you
streets.
could
3
get
years ago, he was accused
the
of murdering his own
potion,
friend.
like the
But he chose a
I don't
duel
know how
to defend
to-
his honor
I
instead
don't know
of
what the
standing
name is,
trial.
but a potion to
died
keep
in a
yourself being
duelist
warm
ring.
in the
Oh no.
mountains, I think.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer.
Excuse
I'm
me?
sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop
Oh
up
god,
and prove his
Navia's
innocence.
father is
But
an even more
strangely,
problematic
he
person
not
than
only
I thought.
requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still
Wait,
don't
so
understand
Navia's
why
father
he did that.
is no longer
How
living?
could he protect his honor if he's
I thought
dead?
he was alive, oh god. Oh god,
If
this
anything,
is hashtag
he
sad.
gave up his chance to defend himself.
Do you have any
The
clues to
closest
as to
piece of
why?
info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
So,
That's right.
investigating the
Also tried to
disappearances case
investigate
is
the murder my
really,
father
really
was
dangerous.
implicated in.
I mean,
But
they did try
I
to
haven't
murder
found a
Navia as
single new
well,
clue
or
in
to
my
dissolve
countless
her,
reviews of the
literally
investigation records.
today.
However,
So,
I
guess...
believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth.
Alright.
If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid
Navi
the
has a
fact
rough
that my
life,
mother
though.
died due
Jeez.
to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his
Actually
death.
parentless. Jesus.
You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please. If there is anything I can do.
Oh, that's why they also got kind of
Anything at
mad
all.
when Chlorinde
I also will never
mentioned her
believe
father,
that
I
Master
guess.
Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master
Demoiselle.
Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at
Oh
present.
god, and we let her pay for the food.
If Callus was such a good
Oh my
man,
god, can we pay
wouldn't
Navia
people
back
at
for the
least be a
food?
little
I feel bad
suspicious when
letting
he was
her pay if
accused?
she has no money.
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an
True.
abyss from
True
one
that,
slip-up
Navia.
just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel
What?
was Ms.
There is
Coran.
no way.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who
Jesus.
killed him?
Nah, maybe we have to rethink this Navia and Chlorinde relationship if Chlorinde is the one that possibly has killed her father. That would be kind of a toxic relationship, I think. Your girlfriend killing your father. I'm unsure about this one, guys. Oh gosh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just
Yeah,
let go and
exactly.
move on from.
Ms. Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't
Yeah,
deal with
I
this yet.
understand that, Navia. I would not
worry,
want to hang out
Navia.
with Chlorinde either
Paimon
if she
knows
would
how you
kill
feel.
if she would have killed
You
my
don't
father.
have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Ms. Clorand told
No, I
us
swear
that
Chlorinde
at the
X Navia
start
is
of the
real.
duel,
Just get through the quest.
Master Callus requested
I
that she
mean,
ensure
this is kind
Demoiselle
of toxic
Navia's
right now,
safety.
Kuro, but maybe.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right, anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was
that's
just
okay.
complaining towards the end. Thanks.
Damn,
You two
Navia.
should go and rest.
Navia
This
is a
was
character
quite a
that
day
needs
after all.
that needs a good hug.
Paimon,
She deserves more love.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Rest in your room. Ooh, I'm getting my own room. Let's go. Peaceful night passes under the Spina di Rosita's protection.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Navia? Where did the
No.
other two go?
Medus and
I sent
Silva,
them
where
back
did
to
they
Poisson.
go?
It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back.
Wait, but it's not a good idea to
But
not have them here
never mind
because
that.
else we're gonna
When
get
did you
salts
get
again.
back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
Damn, Navia.
How could I after having such critical new
Navia,
evidence appear?
go get some sleep, you silly girl.
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Wazan still can't get over the fact that they just named the place
Unfortunately,
just fish.
this name seems to
I
have
mean,
been
they
wiped
also
from
call the dog
existence.
baguette,
It
so...
doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
I heard a lot
suspect
of, or
that those
I saw like
behind this
a
have already
video
taken
of a
steps
French
to hinder
person
an
playing this
investigation
game,
from this
and they were
angle.
just complaining
But
about all the
that
names
does
because there's
prove
apparently
that
way
this
more
Fauché
different,
person
like
is a
stupid
key
names
witness in the
for
incident.
characters and places in Fontaine.
That mean we're too
I thought there
late
was
though?
also like 2 of the guards being
No.
called Saturday
There
and
is
Sunday
one
or
ray of hope.
something.
One
Or I
place
think
in
it was the
Fontaine
guards, but
that they
they
would
were
find
called
almost
just
impossible
weekdays.
to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette, a place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanid you met is one of the
Wait,
young
it's
women who
called
went missing recently,
Oceanid?
we should be able
I've
to
always
find some
called it
related
Oceanid.
information there.
Oh god,
So Neuvillette
Oceanid.
maintains an
Oh
archive
god, now I
of
have
case
to
files?
learn how to learn to
Guess
pronounce
that's
it
the
like that.
hard-working Chief Justice for you.
Oceanid.
In that case, let's go
Jeez.
talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
Yeah, of course she's tired if she didn't sleep the entire
No,
night.
it's
Go
nothing.
take a
Let's
nap.
go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Okay, we can go fight with Neuvillette. I don't mind. Okay. Oh god, I'm getting
The
DMs.
Palais is
Let
right
me
up
get
ahead.
through this.
Come on.
Okay, I'll respond to that in a bit.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
Hey,
Bro, there's
you
literally
recognize us?
only a small little, like, Melusine there. We can beat him up.
Huh?
We can
Who
literally
are you?
beat this fucker
Just
up and
to
get
be
to the
clear,
files, but okay.
I don't care who you are or who you might be related
We have
to.
killed, we
Our
have
rules
fought
make no
more difficult
exceptions.
people than this
see,
little guy.
they've got great discipline too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh, is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Oh,
Thanks
Disc
so much.
Nightborn, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. And also, welcome Shadowban Ninja. I'm gonna pause a tiny bit here. There's someone who sent an important DM, so I have to respond to that really quickly. But welcome you both. I hope you have a good day. Today we're playing through the Archon quests in Genshin Impact.
The food in the cafeteria is excellent, if you're lucky enough to make it in.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
The food in the cafeteria is excellent. If you're lucky enough to make it in.
Okay, I responded to that. Sounds interesting, yes. I've missed a lot of the Archon quests, so we're very behind. But I'm trying to get through them. Thanks for the welcome. Not long stop
Please, come
playing
in.
Sons of the Forest, so today's been a good day. I'm glad to hear, yes. Oh god. Sons of the Forest. I've never played that game. Is it a spooky game? Perhaps? Wait, is Sons of the Forest, The Forest? Is it the same game? Because I do know The Forest. That's the one with the survival game with caves and zombies, right? A decent bit spooky. I see.
It's all
Spooky
right.
games are always fun.
Please let
especially
me know
if you
how I
play
may
with
be of
friends.
assistance to
It's
you.
a sequel to The Forest. Ah, I see, okay.
So you're
I
not
do know The
mad at
Forest.
us?
I did not know
We're
that there
looking
was a
for a man
sequel.
called
That's very
Vache.
fun.
He may have been an eyewitness
Is the
in the
sequel
serial
better than the
disappearances
first
case.
one, or?
If we can find him,
Are they
we
both
may
good?
be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
Neuvillette is so pretty. Like, I usually don't really like the Genshin men characters, but his design is just so perfect. They're both good, but so far they've made
Unfortunately,
some nice improvements to the sequel.
I'm
They
quite
both have
certain
their
that no
quirks.
one by the
Okay,
name
I
of
see.
Vache
I mean,
has
that's
been involved
good
in
to
any
just
case,
improve on what you
criminal
already
or
have.
civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in
Okay.
the files or in my memory.
So what have we learned about Vache and the Oceanid in this story is that the Oceanids are delusional and Vache does not exist. Is that what's happening here? So we're searching for someone that doesn't exist.
What if it was really just a dream?
Oh, maybe I was delusional. That could
that
also
so?
be an option.
All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Goodbye, Neuvillette. No, do the Oceanids like that? But maybe they are, though. I mean, that Oceanid that we talked to forgot about more
Miss
stuff.
Navia,
They basically didn't
can
even know
understand how you
their real
feel.
name anymore, so
Your
they
father,
could have just made
Callus,
up the
was a
Vache
truly
story.
exceptional man. We deeply
No,
regret his
Navia,
passing.
stop talking about my father, or about Navia's father, I mean. Man, why did they keep reminding her? This is fucked up.
And what
Leave her
are
alone.
you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Navia, kick his ass. Kick
Are you trying
Nevillette's
to
ass.
console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that.
Kick
I
his
can hear
ass.
it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your
Yeah,
words.
Navia does lack
You only said those things
emotion.
because you
He's
felt
kind of
like you
kind
should.
of dead inside. But he's pretty, so I will forgive him on that.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing
Navia is just a
compared
bit
to
bad
those
at
cold
expressing
laws
his
you hold
feeling
so
properly.
dear. If you
Yeah.
truly regret my father's death,
I mean,
then why
I
didn't you
talked to
call a
Sky
stop
and
to
Sky
the
was
duel?
making
Why
jokes
didn't
that
you give me
he
the
thought
power to
that
stop him from
Navia
throwing
might be
his life
autistic.
away? Why did you just
So
let him
maybe
die?
he's just a little bit
Despised and
neurodivergent
hated by
and
all.
that's what's happening here.
Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest
Damn.
effort could have changed.
Navia crying
everything.
is sad, bro.
There are still
Give her
so
a
many
hug.
things I never got
Give
to
her
tell
a
him.
hug! Well,
So
I'm
many
gonna go to,
questions he still
to
owes
bed,
me
but
answers to.
lurk into my screen.
If
Have a
you
great stream.
really
Thank you so much,
have
Dust
no
Night
heart,
One. Hope you have a
then
great
just
sleep.
look me in
Thank
the
you so much
eyes.
for being here.
I,
Yeah, I do not have a lurk
Navia,
set up.
will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Navia's eyes are so pretty. Yeah, I do agree with that, but just in
Rain.
general, Genshin eyes are so pretty. I
raining.
really like that
You're
all
right.
characters have like
Wasn't it
an
still sunny when
original
we went
style
into
of
the building?
eyes.
And there shouldn't be
Like
any
Navia's ones are a
surprise
little bit more
today.
simple
How
if in
strange.
just next to
Now that I
other
think of it,
characters, but
On the day my father was
she is
convicted of
very
murder,
pretty. And I also
was
really like her
also
makeup.
raining.
Her makeup is very pretty too. Oh god, wait, if it's raining it means that there is a court case or something, right?
What is it? Did you think of something?
What is cooking? What is happening?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait.
A Hydro
You
Dragon
don't
is
mean-
crying, that's why it's raining. Man. Hashtag
So
sad.
you're saying
Crying,
that the
crying.
true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner.
Is she talking about Paimon or about me?
You're completely right. How did I
Oh my
not
god,
connect the
Paimon,
dots
you're a
earlier?
genius.
All right, let's go to Poisson.
Let's go
With
to
this new
Poisson.
lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you
Let's
want to go with me now?
go.
Or do you want to head
Excitement.
over by yourself later?
Yeah, let's go. I will go with you. We should go.
Great. Let's go then.
Let's go together, Navia. Oh god, we just teleported over here. Oh wait, there's a little Hydroculus over here. I'm seeing it on the map. Oh, it's up there. Okay, wait, we'll get that really quick or else I will forget about it. Kuro with the Navia. How does one get up there? Okay. What even is this? Is this a ship? A shipwreck or something? Oh god, there's many holes in here. No! Don't let me fall, game. Ah, sweating. Okay, thank god. Pretty. What?
Whoa, what a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
Mihoyo just loves putting those hydroculus up in high places. Maybe I'll pull for Kazuya this summer. I mean, I will say, not gonna lie, when I accidentally got Zhongli, I didn't really want Zhongli, but I think I just pulled on the banner because I had some wishes and I didn't really care that much before which 5 stars I would get, so I got Zhongli. And I first was like, I'm never really gonna use Zhongli that much, maybe in Spiral Abyss, but I'm not gonna use him. But then I saw so many of those things just on high places and stupid places to get to, and having Zhongli's pillar literally saved me so many times with trying to get them. So Zhongli was actually a blessing to get. But yeah, if you need to find a Hydroculus or just any of them, just going to the mountains or to the high buildings and going up there, you will probably find one.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers.
Yeah, for real, why?
But now that Paimon has seen this
why the
ship for
sewers?
herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our
Fish
main
is
base,
where Spina di
our
Rosula
home.
began. Inside a fish. Makes sense. Oh god, there's even more. I do think it's silly that there's so many people over here if it's supposed to be like a secret base. Or like a base for their little club. Oh my god, Navia, hi. We've been having we got a lot of Navia lore this time around. I didn't like Navia that much before. Well, I did really like her design, but I didn't know much about her personality yet, so I was just like unsure about her. But now knowing more about her, I do really like her more. I do think it's fucked up that Chlorine killed her fucking dad. That is what the fuck. But welcome late to the stream. Hope you're having a good time.
Melus, we're back.
Melus. Melus. Also, why is Melus have like kind of a French name? I don't know if it's a French name, but it sounds French.
You said before
And
that
Silver
you still
is
had
called
some business
Silver.
at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
Killing her dad, just lesbian things. I
about
don't
that.
know. I don't
It's
know if
because my
that's
partner
being
here
in a
reminded
healthy
me of something
relationship,
really
killing
important.
someone's father.
You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea?
I mean,
You still remember, right, Melus? On that night, it was raining?
it could dissolve.
Yes, the case was quite
men as
similar
well.
to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Impossible murders. Could the mastermind be the same
Tell us a
person?
bit more about what
Probably.
happened before.
I mean, that would make sense if
Yeah,
it's the same
of course.
person.
Many years ago, something called
They've
synth
cleared up
began to
later in
gain
the Archon quest,
popularity
don't
in
worry.
Poisson. At a
Yeah, but I
glance,
don't know the
it
real
was a
story
kind of
now, so
drink
now
that
in my
could
mind it's just
excite your mood
Navi
and produce many
Florence
pleasant
killing
hallucinations.
someone's father.
Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could
I
be
mean,
used
yeah,
to
he
produce
did.
some kind of potion?
And then he fucking died.
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions.
I see.
And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything.
Oh god.
It's an extremely
That
dangerous
sounds like
substance.
depression.
As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques.
Jacques.
He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food.
Okay, so synth is just literally
But then,
a normal
we heard
drug.
2 gunshots from the courtyard.
You get happy from
We
using
raced
it,
to
and
the
if you
scene
don't
and
use
found
it, you
my
get
father,
sad.
still holding a gun. And Jacques, who was already dead
Literally
on the ground.
drug abuse, drug addiction.
That happened. Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious.
True.
But neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene.
Do you mean in this case?
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But
he just
considering it now,
or they
it's
dissolved
almost certain
the
that they
person that
belonged
was
to a
wearing
third
them
person
dissolved.
at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired. You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out.
Let's go, Navia!
I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as you're and your father's butler,
Oh god, a
I
word
must
of
still
warning.
offer a word of warning.
I'm scared.
Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has
He's scared
lost
of
most of
losing
its
Navi
former
as well.
glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path.
Ban,
It would be
may
both
lose. You
wise
can't
and in
just say
line
that
with
when we
Boss's
just found out new
wishes to
evidence.
step back
And we have to.
and give
We
up on the
actually have to
case.
finish the
If
case.
that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the
Aw.
one most kept in the
I
dark.
feel bad for her.
What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Good for you, Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable. And
They're
more
saying your
importantly,
partner, but
demoiselle,
are they talking about
I
me
think
or about
you're also
Paimon? Because
ready to
Paimon
take
was
this
getting a
on.
lot of praise earlier as
So
well.
you do know something
Is Paimon
else,
just a better
Malus.
detective than me?
Yes, I do.
They're like,
In
fuck
fact,
yeah,
even before
Paimon, you're
that
so good at
banquet,
this.
Boss already
And then
knew
just
of the connection
ignoring
between
Traveler.
Synth and the serial disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to
Honestly,
the boiling
I
point
think it's
was the
okay though.
revelation that
Paimon
you,
deserves more
demoiselle,
love.
had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
That is true. I mean, you did almost get...
Boss also didn't tell you that he
Yeah?
had been diagnosed with a rare
What the fuck?
illness. The doctors told him that he had
Nah,
No
what
more
is
than
this?
5 years
This
left
is
to
so
live.
mean to
And
Navia.
the
She
serial
learns
disappearances
learns
case
more
caused
about
him
her
great
father
anxiety.
after he died than when he was
5
alive.
years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
Yeah, that's the
No
fun thing
father
about
wants their
sicknesses.
daughter to see them weak and haggard,
Some sicknesses you cannot
especially
really see
someone as
from the
proud as
outside.
Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
My headcanon is
So he
that Paimon's
chose
the one that
to
talks
die
with Traveler
in
with others,
silence,
as we don't
so that
hear
he
the
could
Traveler
protect
talk that
me.
much. That or
I'm
me,
afraid
or
you're
just
not
don't want to record that
understanding
many
this correctly,
Traveler
Demoiselle.
lines.
What Boss wanted
Yeah,
to
I don't
hand to
know.
you
It is
was not a
interesting.
parasol,
You never really
but a
see
sword.
Traveler's mouth
If
open as
Boss's
well.
spirit could
So
hear
maybe
you telling
maybe
me
Paimon is just
that
like
you want to
the
find
the
the
vessel
answer for the sake
of
of
Traveler
everyone
to talk
involved,
through. That Traveler is
I'm
just
sure he'd
thinking
be
of things and
extremely
Paimon saying out loud for her.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No.
Oh,
He might have set up
Navia,
everything
stop crying,
precisely
girl.
because he never
You're better
thought
than
I'd be
this. You're
able to
better than your
understand him.
silly dad.
Is that the amount of confidence he had in me?
Damn.
And what if I was never
I
able
feel-
to make it to where I am
poor
now?
Navia.
Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But
That's not a
thankfully,
life to
he
live.
rarely talked to me about complex matters.
The trauma
and
is
thus understood
heavy
little
in
of me as a
Fontaine.
person.
Yeah, but I
In
mean,
this case, he really didn't need to give me an
having
easy way
sad
out.
backstories are the things that make you
Melissa,
fall in love with a character.
What was the key evidence that he shared
I do
with
really
you?
like
It's the
all the
location
character
where
development
Synth
characters are
is
getting
produced.
now
Essentially,
than what we had
it's
before.
the enemy's headquarters.
I mean, that is
When he
literally
was
what happened to
threatening the
me and
enemy, Boss
Nahida.
didn't
I didn't really
share
like
the
Nahida at
specifics of
first,
the
but because
incriminating evidence he
Nahida
found.
has so many
But
sad
if you
things
want to
happen
use
to
it
her,
against the
is the
enemy,
reason why Nahida is
you'll
one of my
still have
favorite
to take
characters.
several things into
Nahida is just so
consideration.
kind and sweet. Like, her
Why?
personality
If
is the
we know
reason
where
why I
the
like
place is,
Nahida that
can't we
much.
just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside.
You know what would be
nor
fucking
what
funny
people we
if,
may
like,
be able
the
to capture.
evil
But a
person,
single visit to their headquarters would be
like
tantamount to
the
a
evil
formal
guy is
declaration of
literally
war.
just child.
The worst
from,
case would be that we leave
the Fatui.
empty-handed,
That would
but
be pretty
also
funny.
open ourselves up to full
it's just him.
retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Fontaine is not to be trusted,
Well, you saw
Paimon.
one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just
They
how
are not to
thoroughly
be
they may have been
trusted.
infiltrated.
That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler,
What if
after all.
what if Melus
I live
is
but
the
to serve
evil
boss
guy?
and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take
That
on
would
any
be
kind of risk
even
for your
funnier.
sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent
I mean,
my
he does,
time
he
keeping
does,
secrets,
he is old
performing
enough
basic
to be the evil
investigations,
boy.
and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Melus.
Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy
Oh,
must
he is
be
literally
quite
outing
familiar
himself.
with
It's him,
Spina
it's
di
him.
Rosula,
It's
or at least
Melus!
have an informant
Melus is the
planted
one!
here. When I announced
Melus
orders
is the
to the
enemy!
organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth
Melus is not to
vendors.
be trusted.
If the vendors
I don't
didn't
care.
change their plans,
Melus
then the
is the
individuals
one.
informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
3
The
people.
first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Okay.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle.
Wait, so the
he
people that
always
are in
knew
the
our
sewers
upcoming
are not
plans
just
and could
normal
thus
people
avoid
that don't have a
capture
place
this
to
whole
live,
time.
but they're also
There's someone
associated
else
with
like him too.
Spina di Rosula?
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Confrérie
Uncle
of
Marcel.
Cabrières? Oh man. What is this confrérie?
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the
No,
guards.
the final suspect is Melus.
Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all
The
people
final
who I
suspect
communicate
is
with quite
Paimon.
regularly.
I mean,
To think
Paimon
that
is
the
always
enemy
has
we've
always been
fighting
sus.
against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Melus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm
My
just
lady.
doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death.
That's true,
After
that's true.
that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit.
Oh yeah,
I can
we
make
can
the
pay them a
necessary
visit
arrangements.
and make them
Thank you so much, Melus.
make their trauma come up to them again.
A new
Ooh,
case
remember all
awaits, my
this
dear
stuff that
partner.
happened to you guys?
I
What
hope
did
we
you
can work
mean,
together
Navia?
to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Yes, we can do it. Oh god, is it the same as with Linny's case? Do I have to... Oh god, do we have to pay attention to everything again? Oh god, I'm gonna be so bad at this. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
It is settled, then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Melus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Why is this child looking so angry? Yo, child, calm down. Don't be so mad. What did I ever do to you?
Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support. I understood your
Lot of
guild's
mora?
apology to be genuine.
Money. My husband died and I got a bunch of
Aren't
money.
all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
Okay,
I didn't know
Adele.
how to face you. Because I didn't know what I could
Adele,
possibly bring as a
Navia
consolation
literally
gift.
lost her father as well.
I know.
What are you
Only
saying?
the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this child so mean? Calm down.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to
Liking
him
money
with a
too much is
proposal,
dangerous,
he
yes.
accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons.
True.
Regardless
Navia's
of whether
facts.
he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Nice. Okay. Jacques' family believes that he had struggled greatly with the orders to kill Callis. Did Callis act in self-defense, or was there more to the incident? Okay. So we have to talk to everyone about Callis. Gotcha.
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Before I do that, though,
and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
I will probably
I'll get myself together
go
on
use
the way.
the bathroom really quick.
So
have a quick break.
Don't worry.
So I will be back in a second. See you guys in a bit.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
I have returned. Hello. Sorry for that. Inkies, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good time. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's talk to the next suspect, shall we?
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
Why does he talk
I'm
like
sure
that?
you've heard about what happened at the
Greetings,
Opera
boss.
House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get
Note
some
in the
fresh air.
diary,
So we let him go
Navia's
without
dad
thinking much
is
of it.
a alcoholic.
Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callis was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
It is possible, yes.
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callis ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, Then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything, once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then, I'll leave Mr. Callus's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
Don't
Let's
worry.
go.
I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Information regarding Florent. Florent, the advisor to the Spina di Rosula, claimed that he was very grateful to Callus for his kindness. He was also present at the banquet on the day of the case and can provide evidence that Callus did not carry a gun with him when he went out.
Maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
So, pretty convinced Florent isn't the one who did it. Wait, I need... Oh god, that is very far away. Oh, he's just over here. The little guy.
Thierry! It's me!
Thierry.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal
we
business?
are friends with Navia,
yes.
yes.
These two
We're
are
buddies.
my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it. If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own.
Interesting.
Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence
So
for
we
your
could have
father's
sent
case.
the Gardamex
You see,
to
just recently,
attack
we were attacked by a
Traveler.
horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
She says, laughing.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
That is true. The drugs make a lot of money, so...
Then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Thierry is no longer no longer a sissy
Thank
baka.
you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation.
Thank you.
I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
Cherry is the person responsible for official contact between the Spina di Rosula and the guards. According to him, only the sufficiently rich can privately own large numbers of Gardamex. So it's definitely not Cherry. Gotcha.
Hello. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know?
Give him to me.
You can just say
Thank you.
Navia's looking for him.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
These names are so odd. I don't even know how to pronounce that name.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Okay,
so
he's the most sus out of all of them yet.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing.
It was
work.
just
Quite
just
impressive.
a murder.
To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea.
If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
For real,
Alas,
we would have died as
it
well.
seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared,
Poisson.
you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
It sounds like a lie. I think Marcel is by far the most suspicious person that we've talked to.
So I was out and about the whole time, making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests.
As well with the
Then
fact
I heard
that
the
he
sound
has
of a gunshot,
the
and the rest was history.
richest guild, right?
Oh, it's okay. No need to
So,
push yourself.
buying the Gardamex
We'll ask around some more. See if
is
there are
something
any
that
valuable
he could
clues
do.
elsewhere.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora.
Yeah,
All
Littlefinger
my
seemed
wealth
to
comes
point
from
at him.
Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Vladimir, you heard a gunshot, only one. Ooh, that's true. Ooh, good eye, Kuro. I did not even notice that when he said it. I love this man. I love this quest. It is good. I do feel like I'm sometimes a little bit too stupid for
Navigating
it.
the world is a whole
I'm trying my
lot easier
best
with
to
a few
remember
different
most things.
identities to choose from.
Marcel
Need
is the
me to
leader of
come
the
up with some for you?
Confrière of Cabrières. And was the organizer of the banquet years prior. They've always been working together, have maintained a close working relationship. Though his recollection of the events of the case is quite foggy, he is willing to defend Navia. Yes, because he's rich and he can't remember because he's a bad person. I don't trust him for a second.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
Take it easy.
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose
I
that's to be
disagree.
expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start?
Jacques Smoothie.
Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance. That makes sense.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Could you guarantee his family's safety after killing
That's a
Callus?
good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the Order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory.
A game theory.
Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Yeah, they're gonna try to kill as many people now.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Marcel, most definitely.
Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child.
So he would know best how to betray your father as well.
Wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
I don't know.
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
So you're saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
Most definitely.
Exactly. he can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly.
So, is this just forced by the game that I should listen to all 3 the stories, or...
Thierry, you say?
Is it really Thierry?
Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Yeah, had he actually tampered with the mecha,
It's forced by the game. Yeah, I
we'd be able
thought
to
so.
prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Who could it be?
I definitely don't think it's Thierry. I think Marcel has the biggest probability of being the person. Which of the 3 suspects was most likely to have committed the crime? Irrelevant. Oh, okay. So you can only choose one of the 3 people. Okay, gotcha. I will still go with Marcel then.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel
yeah,
is
especially
indeed
because he
the
didn't
most
remember
suspicious
most
of them
of
all.
the things about
Could
the
we be
case.
missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these 3, did he?
Oh, that is also true.
Malus has always been very reliable.
Hey, also
and
we're
his
missing
judgment of
Malus.
others'
We're missing
trustworthiness
Malus on the
has been fair
suspect
and
list.
well considered.
Malus
When
has
he
to
laid
be
out
on the
his case for
suspect
three,
list as well.
The rationale he
I didn't
gave me
trust
made a lot
Malus
of
for a
sense as
second.
well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now.
Okay.
We need far more
So we're
solid
gonna
proof
break in a
before
building?
we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are.
Oh, hello,
I've been
Thierry.
looking for you.
Why that?
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Oh god, another trial.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a
Oh.
Fatui harbinger called
Trial?
Tartaglia.
What? Is that someone you know?
What did child do?
We know him. Maybe even a
Was
little
he
too
doing
well.
sneaky Fatui business?
He's been accused of being the true culprit
Oh.
behind the serial
Ah, no,
disappearances
it's not him.
case.
It's not him.
It's absurd,
I can
don't
say
you
that
think?
right now.
Wait,
It's
how?
definitely not child.
None of our investigations
Throw him
have
in
had
the
anything
slammer.
to do with
I mean,
him.
I do
That's
agree
what I
with
thought
putting
was
child
strange
in
about it,
prison,
so
but
I
I
came
don't
to tell you
think
the news
he
right away.
has anything to do
If
with
the
this
charge
case.
against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible
That just
to get
makes
the
no
guards to
sense.
support any of our planned investigations.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
Makes sense.
I understand.
So we have to
Well, partner,
talk
what do you think we
Tartaglia
should
out
do?
of court.
we still haven't
We have to
found
clear his
any
name as well.
conclusive evidence. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive
Gotcha.
evidence to me.
I can do that. I can do that.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Lenny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us
Hey,
to
there he
accompany
is.
you.
Malus and
I'm
Silva.
Ah, Malus, Silver. When did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Arrhenius. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
See you there. Suspect analysis. Combining the information regarding the Gardamex and the investigation results so far, it can be concluded that there is only one person who can have a large number of Gardamex in his possession and run the synth business without leaving traces. This person is none other than Marcel.
Now that Navia has set out for Arrhenius, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
Gotcha. I do think
good roll.
That this is a
Alright,
good place to quit right now because
take one more day
I do have
off
some other
and
things to
make
plan,
up the
and I
rest of the
feel
work
like
once I'm
we're
feeling
going
up to
to
it.
head in a very lore-heavy part of the story right here, especially with going to the opera and probably doing another court case. So I think we're gonna leave that for next time, just in case, so I don't forget much of the stuff and and we can actually continue smoothly next time, because I don't have enough time to probably finish it up. Thank you guys for all being here. I think Wednesday evening around like 6 or 7 p.m. CST, I will be back streaming Genshin Impact. We'll continue with the story, and yeah, we'll just have tons of
I got
fun.
a new letter from an informant.
So,
looks like the situation has changed again.
Thank you everyone who is here today. I hope everyone had fun. Thank you so incredibly much, and I will be back on Wednesday. See you guys next time. Bye bye bye.